Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I hope y'all can hear me. Big shout out to the 35 people we got here in the show right now today. My name is Jrod Point. Today is a very special occasion for all of us here in this channel. We want to wish first and foremost happy birthday to a sister from another mother and father. Happy birthday to our beloved Amy Conway. Thank you for the mic check 1 2 1 2. But very much happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And the crowd goes wild. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Max Smith. Big shout out to Cave Lynn. Thank you so much for being here. Big shout out and welcome to Dora Lee and Herrera. Thank you so much for being here. Big shout out to Tenell. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much. I appreciate it. Ladies, moderators, chat is open because today we need to talk about it. Chat is open. Ladies and gentlemen, mods of the channel, chat is open for people to pop up and say what they need to say, because we all need to talk about it together. The guilters, the pro-burgers, the people like us that we didn't care about Kohberger, but we want justice for the victims. First and foremost, we need to talk about it. It's a lot of things going on. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the story from the start, because I know my sister Amy Conway was like, yo, woo, 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 alert, alert, alert. Jrod, where you at? What up? Big shout out to Max Smith. He said, I'm on record saying that they cannot take these to trial. They got nothing. Big shout out to Max. Amy Conway, you're welcome. No worries. We always here. Appreciate you for the loyalty. I appreciate you for the love and support. I appreciate you for everything that you do, for your presence here in this channel. Is very essential for the daily activities in this channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it today. Today's no camera. Y'all know me. I'm on my radio shit. And when the camera is off, my tongue gets loose. Pause. No Diddy. No doubt. But y'all know me. When I don't turn the camera, it's because I want you to focus on the message. Don't worry about the messenger. You know, I like to steal the show, turn on the camera, and I'm so sexy, sexy, sexy. I know that. It's all good. Pause, no Diddy. It's all good. Stop rushing towards me. Ladies, it's okay. I'm married. Beautiful kids. Easy on those love letters. All right, stop playing with me. Big shout out to everyone watching. Jrod Point. Very happy, very gracious to be here today. I'm your brother, your mother's favorite son, Black Sheep. Today, topic, we're talking about the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case. The GONCALVES did it again. No question mark. Because our source says, you see, we're going to talk about my sources today. I'm going to get there. Listen, I'm going to see if Kane going to pop up. Big shout out to Kane. Listen, I got few people tagged on the description. I got some people tagged on the description, and everyone tagged on the description is welcome to hit the link when I drop it. Big shout out to Kathy from the Indie Zone. I don't know if she got time. Big shout out to Heather Fitzgerald to see if she want to make a cameo first ever. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. Big shout out to a sister from day one. Big shout out to a sister since day one. Big shout out, and it hit different when we got it to send a shout out to Sleuthie Goosey. It hit different. Another person that I haven't talked to for a long time, but he's my fellow neighbor here in Ohio, and I appreciate the content that he put out there. I appreciate his presence. I appreciate his vibe since day one. Big shout out, and it hit different when we have to send a shout out to Dago. True Crime Cafe with Dago. Big shout out, hit different. Big shout out to Crime Time with Mama Bear. What up, Mama? We love ya. We appreciate ya. Thank you so much. Off the rip. That's off the back. Big shout out to Fall Extra. I want to talk to my brother Primo. Can't be dispersed. Waiting for him to pop up. I have my brother from another mother, Speak Van Holding, tag up there. I did not call him because I thought that, if I have you tagged there, you're going to pop up. He's been sick. He's been sick. Big shout out to Speak Van Holding. We wish him early recovery. He's sipping on his own tea. If you feel me. Steve, listen, Speak Van Blunt. Big shout out to Speak Van Blunt. We appreciate you, brother from another mother. He hit different. Big shout out to Texas. It hit different. Big shout out to everyone watching. I also want to send a shout out and his tag underneath in the description, because I would love to utilize this opportunity that we have in such a big content day, because every day Jrod Point is live. It's a big content day. We need to recognize that this day today. I'm very favorite. I'm very blessed in the true crime community by y'all, and I appreciate y'all that y'all here listening to Jrod Point True Crime at that. Thank you so much. I'm trying to preserve my voice. I probably won't be here for too long, but I really want to talk to these fellow content creators if they have the chance. But I have harsh reality. Big shout out to harsh reality. I got him tagged here. Big shout out to Harsh. Hopefully he got time to have a little cameo here. Big shout out to Tisa Tells. Tisa, she always humble. It don't matter how big she gets in the legacy media niche. It don't matter how many steps she goes up. She always gonna keep it humble. In Tisa, we trust. Big shout out to Tisa Tells. I've been a subscriber and a follower of Tisa Tells and her content and her ethic and her work. She's impeccable. She's amazing. Big shout out to Tisa Tells. He different. Big shout out to FYBJ, man. I cannot have a show if I don't shout out FYBJ, man. It hit different. I can't have this show. No sponsorship, but I can't have this show. Big shout out to Say Cheese. Big shout out to Say Cheese. So also, last but not least, we have Kate Putnam. Hopefully I'm saying her last name right. Kate Putnam. She's an amazing tarot reader. I have listened to her content on the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case. It seems her aura is very, very, very digestible. It seems that she knows what she's talking about, and we could tell the skills and talent on her assessment. We appreciate and we also welcome Kate Putnam to the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger conversation. Big shout out, and it hit different. Also, before we continue, I want to highlight the hard work of fellow content creators on the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. I gotta send a shout out to all true crime content creators. It don't matter which side of the fence you are. It shouldn't be no fence there anyway, because we all content creators. We all are part of the YouTube true crime hemisphere, and we should be appreciative of the platform that we have, and we should just be real instead of be fake. And being real, I think that we all get farther because in reality, to be real only takes to be honest. And when we're looking for justice within true crime and within the courts, I think we could appreciate some honesty. So it shouldn't be hard for good human kind of people, even though like me, they always approach with tough love, but it's still love. It don't matter if it's tough, it's still love. We should be able to have conversations with each other without going too crazy on the nonsense of the fuckery that I love so much. And I understand, YouTube is changing. Content creators should be changing too. And here in Jrod on Point, we will show growth. We will show levels to this shit. And we do want to work with all content creators. We all. It don't matter what was said in the past. I probably have one special video for someone that I don't know if y'all been paying attention to my channel. I don't know. But y'all have seen that a lot of live streams and a lot of videos are gone. And that was a decision from upper management. This shit bigger than me. And in the only way to show growth, the only way to show progress, and the only way to show that you belong here in the YouTube hemisphere, and the only way to grow is show that whatever was past is past. Yesterday's content is not today's content. Yesterday's price is not today's price, because every day my stock in true crime keeps going up. So when we realize, and upper bigger than me management realize that we got something here, I get the call. I'm a boss, but I follow leaders that are bosses too. So we all bosses in this game. That is called entertainment. That is called Hollywood. That is called whatever you want to call it. Just don't call it broke. Because I don't think that anyone in content should be broke. So I say that to say this. It's time to grow. It's time to put it together for the true crime community. And if we have any discrepancies or any disagreements, at least from my part, from my side of the fence, I will bring it as content as possible. Again, this is not a personal business. This is a business. And I repeat, this is not a personal business, because none of what we say here, it don't matter how it sound like, none of this shit is personal against no one at all. This is a business. Content is a business. If you don't know how to handle content, you shouldn't be here. So keep it content. Big shout out to everyone. Jrod on Point. And after that introductory assessment of what's going on the temperature and the temperature of YouTube, now, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, it's time. Huh. Big shout out to Papa Rogers. I think Papa Rogers, he heard me saying that everyone was on block. Big shout out to Papa Rogers. Hold on, let me make it official. Let me shout out. Let me shout out to Papa Rogers. He used to be here all the time back in the days. Let me shout him out. Big shout outs. Big shout out. Papa Roger always being around. He always wanted to have conversations here in the chat. I guess at some point he was being misunderstood. I think it's good to have him here. I think it's good to let him talk. By the way, Papa Rogers, listen, man, shoot away. The chat is yours. Say what you need to say. People are listening. We got moderators on the spot. We got people watching. Say what you need to say. This is a big day for the true crime community. All eyes are on you. Just watching the way you type, watch your manners, and shoot away, man. Say what you need to say in chat. A lot of people, I think they want to talk to you. I think that right now it's a lot of people in chat, a lot of people watching that are new to the chat, but they're allowed to come in. You only have to wait 5 minutes to pop up in the chat. We welcome everyone to have a conversation. So, ladies in the chat, gentlemen in the chat, Papa Rogers here. Shoot your questions. Keep yourself in the best behavior possible, and let's have a great show today. So, it's confirmed by my sources, and also if y'all look into it, which I'm gonna do that in a second. We got time. That I'm gonna look for the news media breaking news that the first thing that they say out their mouth is the sources are the GONCALVES family lawyer. They did not say Shannon Gray, but they said lawyers from the family members, and the only lawyer from the only family member linked to the legacy media right now as we speak is the GONCALVES family lawyer, Shannon Gray. Let's get that clear off the rip. Just let's get that out the way for those that are freaking out in the true crime community, especially content creators. There's some content creators out here try to be Jrod on point, taking victory laps. We see you, fat fuck. We see you. You're part of the problem. You seen it convenient to go to the guilt side because you need it. You want to be popular. You know you're not relevant if you don't have people, idiots like you, to support you. And yeah, I would love to talk to you too. Listen, last time he popped up, listen, we roast the fuck out of him. So I don't have no time. Listen, I don't have no time to play. If you want to talk, we talk. Today, I let you say whatever you want to say. Hit the link whenever I drop it. But first, you got to listen to what I got to say. We see a lot of content creators freaking out. Even the pro burgers are freaking out. Listen, we have paparazzi putting videos out. We had black dark background. That's how much paparazzi Jay and Bree's freaking out. Big shout outs to him. I don't have nothing against Jay and Bree though. I don't have nothing against Jay and Bree. He got good information, but it's a little percent of the information that he put out there that I disagree. But the guy is okay in my book. If I ever get to talk to him, I listen, man. I explained to the man how everything went down and everything, and you know what I'm saying, clear all the bushes, clear the field, and make sure that we man to man, we hash it out, and hopefully we able to have a conversation one day. So big shout out to Jay and Bree. But Jay and Bree was freaking out so much, he was putting videos, short videos. We have dark background. I'm like, why, bro? Why? Like, why are you tripping? I'm over here like I'm feeling for the guy. Pause. No diddy, no doubt, no homo. But I'm over here as a content creator, feeling for the guy. It's like, yo, you gotta be, you gotta be hitting that extra beer today. He got the beer. He gotta be hitting that extra beer. You know, if he drinks only 6 beers a day, or he was cracking that extra beer number 7 from the other 6-pack, or he'll crack that one at least. You know, he get out the habit and be like, today's the day. Again, yeah, beer number 7. I have to. Yeah, Amy Conway did hit me up. Yep. Yeah, the GONCALVES family are not looking good right now. Legacy Media confirmed. I want to be clear. Legacy Media confirmed. Big shout out to my sources. But Legacy Media confirmed. Why, Jrod? Like, why? Is Jrod compromised? Like, is Legacy Media calling him and be like, you know, Jrod, I got a little something for you. Just saying. And I'll be like, I can't trust you, but I'll do it for you today. Big shout out to Louis. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Moderators, please make sure that everybody feel welcome today and every day, like y'all always do. We're gonna have a lot of new people coming to have conversations with us today. So I want to make sure that everyone feel welcome, even the content creators that, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Jrod. Listen, I don't have a problem with you. I just got shit to say. Listen, he different. He's content, all right? Don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. I'm just saying. Yeah, big shout out, Louis. Welcome, everybody. We got the best moderators here in YouTube True Crime. Big shout out to all of y'all. It's Amy Conway birthday. Make sure no one forget today's Amy Conway birthday. Make sure everyone wish Amy Conway birthday wishes. Very so much. I appreciate it for her hard work and everything that she does, not just for this channel, but for many other chat rooms that she belongs to. She's a very, very great chat moderator and conversator. I gotta say, big shout out. So as I go through the comments, my sources says, and confirmed by legacy media, news media outlets. We're gonna show y'all the clip in a little bit. Hopefully I found I'm not prepared. I got excuses. I'm a boss. But we're gonna look at it. The confirmation of the source of this information from a gag case. We're talking about a case that is gag order. That you know for a fact. Big shout out to Tanel birthday, the 29th, June 29th. Big shout out, Big 49. Big shout out, hit different. Congratulations. But we need to realize that the same people that is confirmed, not just overstepping the gag order, but also he's the same family lawyer and family that has spread a whole bunch of false rumors and nonsense about the case of their beloved daughter. Rest in peace, Kiely GONCALVES. Big shout out to and rest in peace to all the whole Idaho folk. Maddie Morgan, Ethan Chapin, Santa Coronado. They are the ones that deserve the maximum loyalty and respect from their family members and friends. Us, we are total strangers. We don't have no dog in this fight. If you ask me, and my personal life does not affect me, not one bit. This is content. So in reality, if you're going to look at it, the family members are the ones that need to secure and ensure a fair trial to make sure that if Bryan Kohberger is cooked due to the vast pile amount of evidence on top of this guy that we could all agree just with the premieres, just with the first assessments, let's say that we take a look at a PCA, and then right after we look at that PCA, everything that it comes right after it aligns and go right with it. Not jumping from 3 to 6. Big shout out to Tanel. Not jumping from 3 to 6 like worse everything else. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it on the chat? Yeah, here, right? So might as well let's talk about it. Let's be real about it, right? Ain't it a family member supposed to ensure a fair trial? Ain't it the family members of the victim should mind their mouth, should mind what they say, should mind and behave and have manners, being house and home trained? Because one thing is a house, while a whole other thing is a home. People that know what I'm talking about. One thing is a home, another thing is a house. It's two different things. Let me clear my throat, because we need to get to it today. My job today is for everyone that is freaking out in the true crime community about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Get their minds in peace, in a chill, relaxed state, and understand that you should look at yourself real quick and be like, damn, why the heck I'm so worried about this? Because, yeah, we want justice for the victims. But at the end of the day, if the family members of the victims, like the GONCALVES are looking like, are putting the trial at risk, when the families of a victim put a trial in jeopardy because they don't know how to act, because the state has put regular people in a position to act like not regular people, saying what not regular people on a whole bunch of nonsensical shit that we could all see and hear. Yeah, big shout out to Juanita. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciate everybody. Welcome, Juanita. Let me make it official. Big shout out to Juanita. Big shout out. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let me speed up the chat. Let me speed up the chat. I want to make sure that we get Papa Ryers in the building. Make sure everyone go and have a little conversation with the guy. See what he got to say. See what Papa Rogers got to say. A lot of people were saying that was Bryan Kohberger from jail, and I was like, I don't know. A lot of people were saying like, well, Papa Rogers is one of the killers, and I'm like, I don't know. Some people were saying that Papa Rogers was, family members of the victims, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe nothing what no one tells me at this day today. Everything has to be confirmed, filtered, and audited for me to even believe it. But Papa Rogers said, RIP 2022, 2025. I don't even know how to take that comment though. Yeah, because you said that didn't say nothing. I don't know how to take that comment, man. I don't know. I don't know. Big shout outs. Thank you for being here. Oh no, Papa Rogers, he used to come here and talk like a parakeet, like a parrot. He was active on chat. Ask Amy Conway. I don't even know what was the reason the oh yeah, he got blocked because we thought that he was Michelle. That's why. Yeah. I mean, it could be too. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, Amy, you remember. He got blocked because we thought he was Michelle. But I want everybody to take upon consideration that the sources of news media outlets are the GONCALVES through their lawyer. First and foremost, they violated a gag order. Even though they are not bound only halfway to the gag order, because again, Judge said in the past to the GONCALVES that mind what you say, because you could be witnesses in the future. So they were not bound to the gag order, but they have a precaution order. They have a precaution verbal order. They have a precaution verbal order from a judge letting them know you're not bound to the gag order, but your lawyer is. I hope y'all heard what it just came out of my mouth. Pause no diddy, no doubt. I'm gonna go through the comments, but I want to make sure that everyone is listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Because soon as Shannon Gray told news media outlets about it, he violated a gag order. Now, ask yourself why the family members of a victim would do something like that. I'm listening, I'm paying attention to the chat. And you know what? This is what we're going to do. I'm gonna have the chat right here. I'm gonna have the chat right here so y'all can all see what y'all talking about. And everybody else get to see what y'all talking about while I get to it. Hopefully, people are listening what I just said. The GONCALVES family are not bound to the gag order, but Shannon Gray is. Because he got privileged information about it. He's been in the case since day one with the GONCALVES. Shannon Gray is bound to the gag order. So how in the heck Legacy Media is going to tell the whole world for a fact that the lawyer of a family of the family members, we all know who it is. You don't even have to say the name. They said that the lawyer of the family members is the source of this information, violating a gag order. Have you asked yourself why the hearing that is about to happen today in a few hours came out of nowhere? Have you asked yourself the reason why this hearing came with no title, which that tells you that it's a hearing for an unknown purpose, that they don't want to give you the heads up of what this hearing is all about? But it's an open public hearing. And titles are very important when you're going to have a hearing, because if Bryan Kohberger was going to change his plea, they would have titled it accordingly to the subject of what's going to occur in court. But it's an emergency hearing. It's a hearing that it came out of nowhere. Big shout out to Court Jester. Big shout out to Court Jester. Everybody welcome Court Jester. Thank you so much. Let's make it official. Big shout outs. Everybody welcome Court Jester. Big shout out. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let's make it official. Big shout out and welcome. But this is an emergency hearing with no title. Have you ever thought why this hearing came out of nowhere right after the news pop out with the breaking news? Bryan Kohberger about to take a plea. Oh, some news stations say that Bryan Kohberger took a plea. Some media outlets, they went further and they said that he already took a plea. We talking about what we have to talk about today. Tomorrow after the hearing, then we will have something else to say. But today, due to the sources, due to the analysis, due to everything that is out there right now about the Idaho Fall Bryan Kohberger case, this is our assessment today. Chanel says Steve got it. Still got the email saying state is offering a plea deal and he ran to the. You see, all right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Do y'all think the GONCALVES family, because they said they mad right now, right? Can we all agree in the chat that the GONCALVES family, they say that they are pissed right now. They are upset with the state. Big shout out to Tish. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout out to Tish. Everybody say hi to Tish. Make it official. Big shout out. Let's make it official. So if the GONCALVES family, let's spitball a little bit. Let's spitball a little bit. What about if the GONCALVES family heard or got the news, got consulted by the state that they're gonna offer Bryan Kohberger a deal because their case is looking weak? I want everybody in the chat to be focused, and I appreciate that. I really want to talk to you. Big shout out to Louis. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout out to Louis. Kiely, welcome everybody. Big shout out to Kiely. Thank you so much. Very so much. Appreciate it. Doralyn welcomes everybody. Big shout out. Welcome, Louis. Happy birthday wishes. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Kathleen said, G family help this mess, this egg crap up. I agree 100%. It's different. But what about if the state consulted with the family members of the victims because they wanted to give Bryan Kohberger a deal because things are looking shaky for the prosecution right now as we speak? Talk to me in the chat. Do you think that the GONCALVES family got irate when the prosecution came to consult about giving Bryan Kohberger a deal, and they got so irate? Their ego, all this shit that they've been talking about was about to make him bad in court, and they would have taken a punch in the gut in front of the whole world just knowing the prosecution is about to offer a deal to Bryan Kohberger. And they got consulted because the prosecution wants to offer a deal because the case is not looking well for the prosecution. They got consulted, they assessed the situation, and they got pissed off that they even got consulted about prosecution giving Bryan Kohberger a deal that, if you ask me, and Taylor should deny, and Taylor and Bryan Kohberger should not accept that deal. Jrod on point opinion and assessment. Since day one, we've been following the information in totality. We have not cut no corners. We have talked about it for years. I have lost my voice talking about it. And in my opinion, Bryan Kohberger and Ann Taylor should not take that deal at all. Prosecution want to go to trial? Let's go to trial. Let's do that. Let's giddy up. Let's do what we need to do. It's a let's take the 55%. Let's take the 55% of Bryan Kohberger be found guilty. Let's take that chance. But at least we could appeal this shit and get these men and get the victims some justice one day. And Taylor know that she's not just going against the prosecution, she's going against the court. And it's a shame that we get to witness the attitude that Judge Hippler put to this case right away, saying that he's not very happy of being there taking care of this case when he should be glad, happy, and excited of taking part of history and also be the truth finder for the victims and the defendant. Because if the defendant is cooked, it's going to be cooked with the right condiments. If Bryan Kohberger is cooked, he should be cooked well done, just right, with some proper condiments of the elbow. We should all witness that every information that comes out of this case, it makes Bryan Kohberger look bad, but with evidence, not with he say, she say, and let's give he say, she say to the jury, and let's take a gamble. Because in trial, the witnesses are going to look stupid. In trial, the experts and they all group of detective FBI is going to look stupid. You think that Taylor and Massoff are not filing their nails? Can't wait to rip this case apart? Is you serious? Because we still want to give Ann Taylor Massoff the benefit of the doubt, even though we know that Ann Taylor is a vandal for life. It's different. We want to give Ann Taylor all benefit of the doubt. Listen, that might change tomorrow if Ann Taylor don't do due diligence. Say what you got to say. Do what you need to do. Hopefully, because I got hope and faith that always there. Hopefully, her being a vandal does not interfere with her duties in court. Sometimes people could play both sides to get to the meats and potatoes and then hit harder than ever. So that way only becomes one side. I don't know if y'all dig my drift. I don't know if y'all dig it or not. I don't know. But what about if the GONCALVES got so irate? And by the way, hi Steve. I know you watch my show. It's all good. Ain't no one hating on you. But we got a lot to say about you. But no one here hate on you, Steve. Ain't no one hate on your family here. Ain't no one hate on you at all here. But we have a lot to say. Hopefully you don't hate us for what we have to say, because we don't hate you. We don't dislike you. Big shout out Louis. Big shout out to Louis. Good night. Big shout out to Joanne from Utah. It's different. Big shout out to Joe and from Utah. Joanne and from Utah. We see, this is how we do it. Big shout out to Joanne. It's different. What about if the Goncalves got pissed off because the prosecution consulted them about give Bryan Kohberger a deal, and they got so mad, and knowing that they were about to look real bad out here, they went around the fence of the gag order, and they say, "Oh yeah," they say this to prosecution. "Oh yeah, oh you're gonna offer a deal? Watch what I do. Oh, you're gonna what? You telling me what? Are you gonna offer a deal? Watch what I do. Are you gonna make me look stupid? You give me the script. You gave me the script. You told me what to do. I did exactly what you told me to do. And this is how you pay me? Breaking promises? That you're gonna cook this guy even though we know that he's innocent? It could be, right? We don't know. We just spitballing over here. But what about if the Goncalves got so pissed off that they just went around the fence and went throw a little bit of sugar on top of the tank to pollute the gas, to make sure that machine don't run right? I appreciate you, Nell. I appreciate you. You know I'm here. I'm looking at the chat. You know me. I like to take care. Yeah. Take care of me. Y'all spend time with me here talking true crime. It's only fair. It's only fair that I spend time with y'all the right way. You know what I mean? Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Big shout out to all the moderators. Big shout out to everyone, the new viewers, the new subscribers, the OGs that have been here for the past 3 years. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all hit the like. We got 48 people watching. Please make sure, hopefully we we get to 50 likes. Hopefully we get to 50 likes. Listen, we got 48 people watching. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. If you hit the like button, if you're here and you enjoy the content, I appreciate you. If you hit the like button, put a little bit of DNA. Listen, I promise you, I'm not going to use IGG techniques against you in the court of law. Wink, wink. But what about if they Goncalves got upset, got mad because they got consulted about a deal that went around the fence and fucked the whole case up for the prosecution? Yeah, Shannon Gray is Steve's lawyer, Juanita. Don't forget. Thank you, Thank you, Tish. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. This is like what the whole reason why we have the chat on the screen, because the chat is very essential in this channel. Moderators could tell you, being here for years, we gotten closer through the years because we have great conversations. We talk about it. You know what I mean? we control a little bit on our own chat. You know, we control a little bit and have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? But we always keep it nice. We always keep it moving. You know, we like to have everybody happy and comfortable in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, the trolls get smoked, they get sniped off the rip. So everybody that comes to the chat should be comfortable having conversations with us, because you know we make sure those trolls get smoked. No problem, no Diddy, no doubt. Steve gonna call Steve GoFundMe gifted to pay off a loan in his own name to buy Kiely's car that was impounded after her death. Wow. Sources said, big shout out to Core Jester. Thank you so much. Appreciate Tinel, back that up. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Very so much appreciate it. Juanita says, so the gag order is for him only and not for the whole family. Yeah, the Goncalves family are not bound to the gag order, but Judge John Judge in Layton County give him a verbal caution. They be mindful with what they share with the press. Be mindful with what you say, because it's a chance, it's a possibility, probability, language barrier, that you'll be called to be a witness at some point in some stage of this case. But their lawyer, due to the lawyer has a lot of privilege information, their lawyer is bound to the gag order. That there is a fact. It has to be. It has to be. You know, after everything came out of court, it has to be in concrete. You know, when you give a verbal order to the Goncalves, it must be looking into and taken upon consideration. And be mindful while you're at it, because you are the parent of a victim. You don't know if this case rely upon whatever you're going to testify in the future. Tinel, so the gag order is for Bill Thompson after his PCA is factual bullshit. Yeah, he said it himself. Yeah, he said it himself that like the PCA was what? Irrelevant. But now without the PCA, you wouldn't be where you at. That it's like all backwards. Like you could tell evil is behind it because everything is backwards. So what about the Goncalves just got mad because the new offer was about to be put out there for Kohberger? And the prosecution be like, oh, you want me to take you want me to take the death penalty off the table? All right, this is how I'm gonna take the death penalty off the table. You sign right here on the dotted line. And what about if this emergency hearing has to do with the Goncalves leaking that information if it was truth? If that information was truthful, and indeed they got told that Bryan Kohberger was about to plead out, and if that indeed happened, then we could talk about it later on. But if indeed that information is correct and not exaggerated, that do violates the gag order. And it should be consequences about that, because it's too many violations of gag order by now from the prosecution and from the family members since day one. In my opinion, I think the Goncalves family put this full narrative out there because they knew it would have hit different. They knew that it would have stirred this shit on their favor. They knew that they would have taken a moment of haha for a second. Because in my opinion, they know that they about to lose. I could be wrong. But in my opinion, they know the end is coming soon for this case. In my opinion, I believe the Goncalves family know that things are not looking great for the prosecution. They probably know right now as we speak that things are about to change because the whatever discovery the defense team got. We're just waiting for the completion Just think about it. Ann Taylor don't have the totality of her discovery. And if indeed she just got, let's say within this last week and of this last, since the last hearing, she got whatever discovery that it was missing, which it was a vast chunk of discovery that it was not there. If she received that whatever she got, if that indeed happened, and in that finality of whatever was missing on discovery, they got what they needed to hit prosecution in the gut, that might be the reason why things are changing fast. The change of trial date from August 11 to August 18 that we was right about. Speak Van Holding confirmed that it don't matter if the trial gets moved by 2-3 days. That's a continuation of the trial. So it doesn't make sense that the judge is going to deny it on paper when he already gave it to her. Kiely said she just got it. Is that why the plea deal? You see, Kiely, that's a possibility. Yes, Kiely, that's a very factual possibility. That everything changed because the prosecution gave whatever final prosecution possibly was like, yo, this is all I got. This is all I got. Everything else that you asking me about, I don't have. Final answer, Judge. I don't have it. Let it be what it's going to be. Whatever they're requesting, we don't have. Now we're waiting for consequences. Because they know that to be where they at this day today, it was a lot of inconsistencies in this case, that this case was not supposed to go this far. This case was not supposed to get out of Layton County, because Layton County had the capabilities to decide upon this case. When you see that you have a man locked up, but what the prosecution is giving you is a hearsay, and whatever experts you putting on that hearsay, she say, is not making no motherfucking sense. So when you see what the prosecution bring it to the table to try to get to a trial, it do not match. Like, it's missing information. She is not complete. The world is watching. Yes, Kathleen. The world is watching. They could have taken this decision of dismiss this case when the dismissal came all about, and force the prosecution to work harder. Because if you really have Kohberger with this little itty bitty that you say you got, you have to do better. We cannot sit here and waste our time on a case that is not looking good at all. If it goes to trial, it's gonna be a circus. If it goes to trial, it's gonna be a crime circus. Big shout out to Drip Drop. But in reality, if this trial goes and move on to happen and indeed occur, it's gonna be a clown house. Because we're gonna be here and YouTube True Crime roasting the fuck out of everyone in court. Because by now it's a joke. By now it's a joke. they have made the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case to be a joke. Like, we have followed this case for so long that at this point, if you ask me, in my personal opinion, it feels a little bit obnoxious. By now, if you ask me, rude and obnoxious. It's rude. Listen, it's rude to hear the type of bullshit we hear about this case and then they expect us to believe it. Yes, Kaylin, they're full of themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about why this emergency hearing came out of nowhere and is about to occur in quite a few hours. I want you to think about that for a second. If tomorrow Bryan Kohberger is going to take a plea deal and he's going to change his plea deal from the plea it was given to him, because remember, he did not plead innocent or guilty at all. No, Caitlin, I don't think BK will accept it. I don't he should not accept it. And Taylor should not accept it. Yes, Johan, he stood on silence. Remember, how can you plead guilty to something that you did not plead your own self? Just think about it. Legal loopholes. They want to talk about legal loopholes. They want to talk about legal loopholes. Joanne, you're right. Just imagine if Joanne, imagine out of nowhere he said like, "Not guilty, sir," and he actually speaks in court for the first time after so long, and everybody's in shock. Like Dylan face shock. I mean, Dylan more than some fake shock. Big shout out to Joel. Big shout out to Joel. Everybody, please make sure say hi to Joel. Let's make it official. Big shout out. Big shout out to Joel. Everybody, welcome Joel to the chat. Thank you so much. Very appreciate it. Let's make it official. Big shout outs. Thank you for being here today. We're talking about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Welcome to the chat. Just imagine if out of nowhere Bryan Kohberger actually stand up and bamboozle everyone and he said like not guilty. Like, well, like, did that shock you? But I also want you to think about how he gonna plead guilty to something that he has not plead innocent himself. I want you to think about legal loopholes right now. Those in the chat, they are very versed on legal loopholes. I wish I had Big Bang Holding here. I'm not gonna call him because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning over there in Texas, and he didn't feel well. But I want you to think for a second, those that are very well versed on legal loopholes in the chat. You see that, Joanne? It makes sense. Think about it for a second. How he gonna plead guilty to something that he has not plead innocent for? John Judge, giving the innocent plea. I want you to think about that for a second. How can he plead guilty to something that he not plead innocent for? Just think about that for a second. Those that they know about legal loopholes, think about that for a second. But I want to make sure that everyone take up on consideration what is being said in the media. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't go too crazy. Don't overdose on that information. Because in reality, tomorrow we will know for sure. And then we could have that other conversation. And I think our assessment about how everything is happening right now is pretty correct. I think my assessment, far as not take that information and just take it with a grain of salt, is confirmed from legacy media that the Goncalves lawyer is the one passing that information. We already know they've been biased and talking in a very negative way about Kohberger and the whole case. But you know what? Let's take a look at. I wanna take a look real quick. I want to take a look real quick. Let me look at it real quick. Big shout out to everyone on the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Very so much appreciated. Actually, let me do that. Big shout out to everyone on the timeline. Big shout out to all those content creators on the timeline. Big shout out to everyone. Got divine pathways. Got beyond the veil out there. Utah, London. Hannah Clary. Both sides of the aisle. Titanium built. The psychic sleuth. She's live right now. Big shout out. Yeah, all the tarot ladies are reading. Are reading today more than ever. They, the spirits gotta be talking today. You know, plea deal chocker, LTL. He's part of the problem. Plea deal. Idaho full panel discussion. We Jen Cuffin Differ, Cuffin Dagger, Jen Cuffin Dagger. Big shout out to Jen Cuffin Dagger. Outcast is live. As always, looking at everybody else's content and not putting not 2 cents in the conversation. It's all good. It's all good. That's called around here. That's called stealing content, because like you just let it run, don't say shit. Everybody's watching. You just steal the content. You don't say shit, and when you say shit, it doesn't mean shit. Yeah, Twizzle. Big shout out to Twizzle. Big shout out to Outcast stealing content out there and not putting nothing to the community. Anybody that is on his chat, they just zombies. Big shout out. Hopefully y'all having a great time on his chat. Having a bomb time. Murder Metal Mayhem. Big shout out to him. Keep up the good work. Talking the good shit. It said Bryan Kohberger to plead guilty to killing four of the University Idaho students. Let's see what they say here real quick. Though, hold on. Let's see what they got here real quick. You know, I don't want commercials. I'm not gonna pay the plus. I'm not gonna pay the plus. Let's see what we got here.
A shocking and cruel plea deal. That's what the family of one of the college students murdered in Idaho is saying today.
And now the case may be abruptly coming to an end. Michael Yoshida has the latest details.
Bryan Kohberger,
You see how they make it look? Oh, it might be coming to the end.
the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students, will reportedly plead guilty in order to avoid the death penalty.
We'll never see this as justice.
One victim's father outraged at news of the deal.
This isn't what we should be doing.
Oh, so he already came out. Oh, I didn't see this one though. Okay, big shout out to Steve GONCALVES, Steve, Mr. G, Mr. AKA Mr. Gonzo. Big shout out. He hit different. So let's see what Stevie Wonder got to say.
What we should be doing. You don't deal with terrorists, and you don't deal with people who kill you kids in their sleep.
Kohberger, a 30-year-old former.
So he acting like he don't agree with none of this stuff, right? So do you think the state gonna even take the chance or like tell the GONCALVES like, listen, we're gonna offer a plea deal. Like, what you think about it? Bill Thompson getting cursed the fuck out. They're hanging up the phone on him and shit. Last thing we came out of Steve Mount is like, fuck you. They got so mad and now they in legacy media just spilling the beans and shit, not giving a fuck if they fucking the whole case up. They don't give a fuck. Do you think they care? In my opinion, they don't care, because if they did, they wouldn't spread this privileged information in a gag order case, spilling the beans, saying like, oh yeah, it's expected, he gonna take a deal. He gonna take a deal. I told you he did it. He gonna take a deal. Okay, so but do you know that we already having problems as far as leaks in this case? The prosecution got an order of caution due to leaks in this case. And you out of nowhere, you're gonna say something that you don't know if tomorrow, due to those leaks, Kohberger walks free. And that's why this is an emergency hearing, because enough is enough. Kohberger might walk out tomorrow and y'all don't even fucking know it. What y'all gonna say about that? Johan said exactly, Jrod. Have you even thought about that? Have you even thought that this emergency hearing is because whatever last of discovery came out, on top of that, if that deal is on the table and Kohberger was about to take that deal, we were supposed to know from the court first, not from the GONCALVES on a gag order case. Let's get that out the way first. Big shout out to Obsessive Compulsive Gamer. He said, hey, how is going? They are not dropping the charges. No way. Totally respect that. Big shout out. He different. Let me welcome Obsessive Compulsive to the chat. Big shout out. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let's make it official. Please, everyone, welcome Obsessive Compulsive Gamer to the conversation. Thank you so much. Big shout outs. Let's make it official. Big shout out. But I want everyone to think about that for a second. Because everything is a possibility. If he's you're welcome, Obsessive. Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome to the conversation. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Court Jester. Money drawn live. So you think the defense played the prosecution? Big shout out to Money drawn live. Let's make it official. Everybody, please shout out Money drawn live. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciated. We got Twizzle Stick, the legend, the man himself. Twizzle, you're gonna be on court tomorrow. Twizzle, talk to me. Twizzle, I need you. Pulse, no Diddy, no doubt. Twizzle, are you gonna be in court tomorrow? Talk to me. Talk to me, Twizzle. Let's make her official for Money. Please, everybody, welcome Money in the chat. Thank you so much. Very appreciated. Let's make it official. Big shout outs. Big shout out. Always, always. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Thank you for spending time. Big shout out to Dorelli. Thank you for being here. Kay Flynn, Joanne, Amy Conway. It's Amy Conway's birthday, ladies and gents. It's Amy Conway's birthday. Please, everybody, wish us some happy birthday. Very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. But in the same way, it's being put out there in legacy media, in the same way it's being put out there in the word on the street, in the same way we hear in YouTube True Crime Hemisphere having conversations about Bryan Kohberger taking a possible plea tomorrow. In the same sense, in the same breath, we could say that things could have changed fast and quick against the prosecution. It was a comment. It was a comment that oh my God, I need to find that comment. I lost it. Okay, money drawn life. Money said, so you think the defense played the prosecution? Money, I want you to take up on consideration that Ann Taylor already played Bill Thompson in court and literally outsmart him, outpsych him with the survey. And through the survey process on the hearing, he irate, his ego gave him a kick in the butt, and he threw his whole case in the trash, saying that you know for a fact that Bryan Kohberger did not stalk the victims. And then they try to reframe, man, make it, but out of anger, out of ego, out of the small man syndrome, I believe that Ann Taylor played his psyche. I think Ann Taylor knew due to that she has going against him before. I think that due to what she have seen that he had brought up to the table, she knew how to trick him out of position. Yes, I believe Money. I believe there is a chance there that Ann Taylor has played the prosecution to fuck up their own case, knowing that the family members are so desperate. The whole case is based out of the court of public opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is very thoughtful people. They see the state and the way the state in the way the state been talking. You know what I'm saying? I think they have a good forecast of what was coming. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. For sure, I'm gonna drop the link. I wanna listen to what y'all gotta say. Big shout out, any hit different. Can't beat this the purge. He said this purge. This is can't be the purge. Big shout out, any hit different. Big shout out to Kane. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciated. I'm about to drop the link in a little bit. I wanna listen to what y'all gotta say. I wanna talk to y'all. I'm running late in the chat as always. Very appreciated everyone that is here. But let's listen to what we got going on in these news media outlet introductory to the highlights and bombshell breaking news.
Our PhD criminology student at Washington State University was charged with brutally stabbing and killing 4 students in their off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho in November of 2022. After a weeks-long manhunt, Kohberger was arrested.
Big shout out to Hit Different. Big shout out to Ken. Thank you for being here. Big shout out to Ken. Very appreciate it. Everyone, welcome Ken to the chat. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Please, everybody, welcome Ken in the chat. Let's make it official. Big shout out to Hit Different. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Welcome to the conversation. We're talking about the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. Thank you so much.
In his home state of Pennsylvania. DNA evidence, including a knife sheath near a victim's bed, was key, according to prosecutors. But since the arrest, the case has moved slowly, with repeated delays in hearings. Now, a reported plea deal, the latest twist, causing anger for some, but relief for others.
Future dates and future things that we don't want to have to be at, that we shouldn't have to be at, that have to do with this terrible.
Yo, that's Maddie's stepdad, right? Hey, chat. Hold on, Ken say, you true don't need your validation. I don't know from where that coming from. He said, you true don't need your validation. Can you elaborate? Smoke. All right, we got the first one of the day. We got the first smoke in the day. Big shout out. It hit different. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Very appreciated. Thank you so much for spending time here with us. Ken, ¿qué pasó, primo? Saludo. Saludo, primo. Big shout out.
The deal will likely see Kohberger sentenced to.
Oh, Cocoa Puff said Maddie's real dad. That's Maddie's real dad. I thought that was the stepdad, though. I thought that was Maddie's stepdad. But big shout out to Cocoa Puff Bear.
Life in prison and waive his right to appeal, according to the Idaho Statesman.
Looking at this from the outside, their case seems very strong. Didn't really seem to be any good defenses, and therefore you have to wonder, why being so cautious about this.
A hearing in the case is scheduled for Wednesday. I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
So, as y'all can see, in a way, they bring it to the table, to the conversation, to the people. It's so, look at it, Bryan Kohberger to plead guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students. They make it sound like that's set in stone. The news media outlets, they making it sound like it's set in stone, but then the information is coming out of the GONCALVES lawyer. We all need to take upon consideration, okay, the sources. We have to take upon consideration the sources. Because if the source has been telling what it seems like lies and misleading conversations, that then when we go to court, it looks way different than what is being considered. Yes, Joanne, we have to consider the source. And yes, obsessive. He hasn't signed nothing yet, though. Court just to say he's right there in the script. Yep. To now say these people that say state case is strong, what planet do they live on? Amy Khan would say Maddie had a stepdad. I don't know. You tell me. I'm over here like I'm over here thinking like, damn, he looked like he had some bad days though. He looked like he been having some tough day. You know what I'm saying? Smoking some shit or something, because oh my god, he looked like he's having some bad days in his life. Again, I try to be funny and shit, but you know, when you see certain people and you familiar with you know, drug addicts and fiends, and you know, people that like to hit the nose a little too much, you know, we could see the body language, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that he's on that. It's just my assessment. I think it's a possibility that he could be on some shit like that for what he seems like. He could be crispy clean for years, or he could be just never did drugs. But if you ask me, every day I look at the man in the mirror. You know, I look at the man of the mirror, and if the man on the mirror, it does not look camera friendly. Like if my looks, when I look at myself in the mirror, I self-explain what my life is like, and it's self-explanatory, I will not show my face on camera. That's just me. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know. This is just me. If I don't look suitable for cameras, because I know for a fact that if I put myself in the camera, I'm gonna look a little shady. I won't be on camera. It don't matter for what the fuck it is. But big shout out. Moving on. For those people that been freaking out, don't freak out, because in the same way they're talking about he's signing a plea deal. Big shout out, big shout out to Lucy Morningstar. In the same way, things could be changing a whole 180 in favor of Bryan Kohberger, and y'all don't know that yet. You know that for sure that they are not gonna say nothing that favors the opinion of Bryan Kohberger in this case. You know what I mean? Cocoa Puff Bear said that's why you're not on camera right now. Oh, who? Me? Oh shit, hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. You see this face right here? Listen, hold on. Don't choke on the strawberries. You you so sexy, 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 sexy. You so sexy, sexy, sexy. Oh no, I'm sexy all the time. You know, stop playing. Whoa. Big shout out. I'm about to drop the link. I'm about to drop the link. Fun and jokes. Big shout out to everyone watching. I'm gonna drop the link. I wanna hear what y'all gotta say. There's the link. It's gonna be ping on top. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. Big shout out to Kane. Big shout out to Tinell. Big shout out to everyone watching. The link is right there. Let's take a little short bathroom break. And by the time I come back, I'm gonna look at the backstage, see if anyone is here. We're gonna talk about it. Big shout out to everyone. It's Jrod on point. It hit different. Let's take a little bathroom break, and we'll be right back. Big shout out, big shout out, big shout out, big shout out. We in the building, we in the building, we here, we here, we here. Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point. Thank you so much for everyone to be here. You know how we do it. I'm the host of the mode, the team to the tango, Gene to the Django. I am him. I'm your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep. Jrod on point. I appreciate everyone to be here. Very so much appreciate it. Twisted Stick say this is real life, bro. Hold on, y'all bugging right now. Jrod, what you doing, dog? I know, Twizzle. I know, bro. I know. Come on, let me cook, bro. Let me cook. Let me cook. Well done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Twizzle, are you gonna be in court? Twizzle, are you gonna be in court tomorrow? Twizzle, are you gonna be in court tomorrow? Talk to me, bro. You need to talk to me. You need to talk to me, bro. It's different. We need to talk about it. You know what I mean? Twizzle. Amy Conway's gonna switch phones. Big shout out. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Court Jester. Is no escaping reality, though. It is you see, let's say for example, if by any chance the Goncalves with this conversation had created a false reality, right? Because it's the possibility always. Let's say, for example, let's spitball. Let's say, for example, the Goncalves family had created a false reality through the media outlets. Let's say if that was that. We will know tomorrow, but then at the same time, tomorrow we get the answers. Let's say if whatever they told the public was a lie, we'll know tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to go live and we are going to talk about it. By the way, the link is on top. If you want to go home and talk about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case, you're welcome. Please don't get blocked. We appreciate the conversation and everyone in the chat. But again, tomorrow is a big chance that for everything that is being leaked and whatever discovery just got. Again, remember, This is a hearing placed by the court. I don't want you to forget that. I don't want you to forget that this hearing was requested by the court. Yeah, no, Lucy, over here the guilters are acting like kids in the candy shop. They don't even know what to say. They look weird. They look weird being so excited about trying to have a Jrod Point victory lap. They see Jrod Point taking victory laps, and then now they want to take a victory lap after we already took a victory lap. And then if you ask me, with being so correct, we also seems like, and it looks like that the GONCALVES family do listen to what we talk about here. Let's say the GONCALVES have seen Jrod Point taking his victory laps and all this other shit. Things change too fast for them. Oh, we know what Jrod Point. Why we're gonna keep giving Jrod Point victory laps? Didn't I told you that the court was trying to find a way to look good? Because some way, somehow, Jrod Point got to know last Sunday that by Monday, it was already decided to continue the trial from August 11 until God knows when. But then we took the victory lap. And even though the judge continued it to August 18 for a few days, hey, Speak Van Holding said that that's a continuation. How in the heck you're gonna continue this case for a few days, but on paper, you deny this shit? Can you make sense out of that shit? Lucy, Twizzle, Amy Conway, all the moderators in this chat. Do that make sense to you? Speak Van Holding said, and I have it on tape, it don't matter if it's for the next day. If the trial is not happening August 11, it's a continuation. I don't care what you're talking about. So how in the heck Judge Hippler on paper is going to deny it when he already gave it? Why? Because he got exposed. We exposed the whole thing here. We already knew he was about to continue this shit. He probably heard from the grapevine that Jrod Point is out here saying, like, we already know it's going to get continued. And then he was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to make him look bad. I'm going to give him a few days. Yes, I'm going to continue. But then on paperwork, because he already said that he was continue, then in paperwork to make him look bad, I'm going to say that it's denied. Just to try to make my sources look stupid, but they make themselves look even worse. Because now you let us know that you're paying attention to what we talk about here. Not just the court prosecution, but also the GONCALVES, the people that are the most desperate right now. Because it's okay, you could go against the family members, you could go against the prosecution, but when now you go the court, now when you have to fight the court and you have the judge against you too, which the judge has shown all the red flags of biasness, all the red flags of making the defense team looking bad, while we are like, oh, they doing a great job. They looking all right. The judge is making them look stupid. The judge is interrupting their arguments. The judge is trying to get them outside of the flow, being complicated, making them feel lesser. Oh, I'm smarter than you. Hey, you throw emotion, I already know what. Judge Hippler, if it was true that every time they drop emotion, you already know how you're going to answer, how the heck you took so long to answer the motion to continue? You did continue this shit like we all said it because my sources are on point. And then you got exposed on your own shit, saying, "Oh yeah, no, I deny or confirm emotion right away." And you took pretty long. And then by the time you're taking pretty long, my source says, got to the information that you're gonna continue this shit. Soon as we say here that you're gonna continue this shit, now it's like, nah, fuck that. It already got leaked. So I'm not now that it's leaked by Jrod on point, I'm gonna make him look stupid. So he make himself look stupid. Because you give it continuation, and then on paper you say that you're not giving it, that you deny it. That should be illegal. That's not due process. That's not due process. How you are going to move a trial from August 11 to August 18, which that's a continuation, but you on paper, you write that you deny this shit. Is that even legal? That shouldn't be. In my opinion, that shouldn't be legal at all whatsoever. But again, again, we're gonna be paying attention tomorrow to what's going on to the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case. Again, it's confirmed by legacy media that the GONCALVES did it again. Got wild leaks and misleading the public. Tomorrow, we'll find out what's going on. Our thoughts and prayers for the family members of these victims and everyone involved and the family of Bryan Kohberger. Our thoughts and prayers. We don't want to leave without saying happy birthday to Amy Conway. Happy birthday, sister. Thank you so much for everything that you do for this channel. Thank you so much for your support and loyalty. Big shout out to all the moderators in this channel. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Happy birthday, Amy Conway. Big shout out to Twizzle, Joanne, Lucy, everyone in the chat, Tanel. Court Jester, thank you so much. Joanne from Utah, thank you so much for being here. Very appreciate it. Yeah, the best moderation team that anyone could have. Big shout out to Dorelli and thank you so much. So much appreciated. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everyone that pop up. Obsessive compulsive. Thank you so much. Kane, the Spurge. Primo, you should have hit the link. But yeah, I think I'm gonna preserve my voice. And we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. If you find any value on the content that we provide here in this channel, please make sure that y'all send some love to the Cash App, the On Point family. He's very appreciated. We got on the closing. We got on the closing. Yes. Big shout out. We got on the closing. Can be the purge. Big shout out, brother. How you doing? Oh, we lost Kane. We lost Kane. Big shout out to Kane. He disappeared. Big shout out to Kane. Hold on, let me see. I think I got him. I got him. Yeah. We purging. Big shout out to Kane. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
What's happening, brother?
Nothing, man. Same old. About to close the chop for tonight, bro. Thank you so much for popping up, brother.
Yeah, no, I didn't want you to be the only old guy up here.
Nah, listen. Hey, we might be old, but we're looking good out here, brother.
Are we? What are you? How you feeling today about all this?
Hey, brother, well, I don't know if y'all heard a little bit of the conversation that we have today, but again, it's confirmed that Goncalves are the one passing this information. So we already know that we cannot take their information as is. It has to be with a grain of salt by now. So I really, I really hope that tomorrow, I mean today, in few hours, it'll be whatever it's going to be. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna talk about it here. But I'm expecting that if it's any true on anything they talk about, I just hope that man doesn't take the deal, bro.
You know, it's funny, okay, because you and I just have these small little channels, a few subscribers here and there, Jrod, and a lot of people you notice are, and it was mentioned a lot today that these mainstream media people are moving over here. And for one example, I'm bringing this up because I was checking out Anjanette Levy, and I've enjoyed watching her live streams here and there, and she has some good insights, and she's whatever. But let's not forget that she's a mainstream media, and everything that she is quoting also is straight out of whatever the mainstream media said, right? You agree?
Well, I tell you what, like the information that we have gotten this far, it does not go accordingly what the transcript on the court.
Listen, here she is with just buying right in to he's gonna say guilty. He's gonna tell us why, what, where, when, and how. She has this belief that all of a sudden, after 3 years, with no absolutely no reward for Kohberger, that he's gonna walk in there and just spill his guts and it's all over and everything's okay. That there's this magic piece of information because if you look at it, man, we've been through a beating. We went through 2.5 years with no information since the last press conference, right? And
I'm
then
listening.
you have about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, we started getting documents so regular that it was just like more documents, whatever. It was almost overwhelming. And now you have all these events. Everything keeps triggering. Bump, 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 bump. You have the Molly McMichael. You have um, the Dateline videos and all of these things. And now suddenly, even though we've known all along that they're lying, they've done everything to bend over to backwards to cover things up, to change the timeline, and instead of apologizing when they're caught in a lie, they double down on it. Okay? But you think that we're going to believe that after all that all of a sudden there's going to be a magic bullet when Kohberger walks in there tomorrow after not saying anything for 2 years. Oh, and just go, oh yeah, I did it. I'm guilty. And offer a motive and a means and a weapon of where, why, and how he did it. Do you believe that for a second?
Nah, listen, it kind of like it does bother me the point of like the judge basing himself and being so biased just because what is called a positive DNA match without taking upon consideration how we got there. I think that's the biggest problem of this investigation.
Yeah, they got that DNA back in record time. Like one might say 24 hours.
I mean,
And
that's the most shady part of this whole case,
no,
though.
the most shady part of the whole case is the whole case. Show
Right.
there's not one person in here that wouldn't be fine, and I think somebody even said in the chat, just show me one piece of evidence that shows he did it. That's not doctored or overlaid or changed or lied about. Don't use tactics like a grand jury to be able to bring somebody in that you have no evidence on. And now all of a sudden, for because the chances of him getting the death penalty in a courtroom, even in Idaho, are low because you got autism spectrum, you have a much different attitude. And this is something I'll give credit to Anjanette Levy for saying is that the attitudes towards the death penalty have changed, and all you need is one juror that says, "No, I don't feel comfortable with giving the death penalty," and it shuts the whole thing down. So why is he just going to all of a sudden walk in there and say, "Oh, I did it. I'm putting myself at your mercy," because they don't have to honor the plea agreement. And have they honored anything else in the past history of this case?
Well, they have not even honored the discovery deadlines.
Not a thing, man.
You know what I mean? Like the expert assessment, the name of the experts, and all these other stuff. Like I think that by now they have to have all those issues ironed out, right? Because you think that being so close to trial, um, all that stuff should be out the way, right?
You're as a creator, you're familiar with a guy named Rory. That's a
Roy, yeah,
was a
yeah,
kind of a buddy with
yeah,
Wiz.
yeah, we heard Roy, he quit true crime.
Do you know when Rory quit? He came
Yeah,
on the he
yeah.
came on the air and said my ex girlfriend is a nut job, blah 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 blah. I don't think this case will ever be solved, and I'm quitting YouTube. Do you know when that was?
When?
That right before all the documents started getting released. So you have that as a catalyst, and we've gone 2 years, nothing, and then all of a sudden, document, document, document. Now you got Molly McMichael. Now you've got Chief Fry getting a job in a neighboring state in Washington yesterday. You got the shooting a mile away from the Nazi compound over there in Coeur d'Alene. You have all the witnesses. And so what I think they did is they filtered through all the BS evidence that they supposedly had, and when they were through with it and they realized they couldn't use it in a court of law, they put it out to the press. They put it out. They put out the Molly McMichael video. You think these things aren't just planned? You think it just happens like that?
Nah, I think that everything has a purpose. Like I do not believe on what you might call in coincidence. I don't. Like I believe that everything has a reason, a purpose of being. And then you could only think about the reasons of what it is at that moment. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell that Idaho, the prosecution, in my opinion, they are looking bad. I believe the Goncalves are looking bad, and they know that, and they needed something. They needed something because, in my opinion, I think they're about to look bad in court. It's just my opinion. It could change tomorrow. Tomorrow, Bryan Kohberger could come and say, "Yeah, I did it," or whatnot. And then we're gonna talk about it tomorrow,
Yeah.
or what could be the reasons of everything or whatnot. Um, I would like to say that I stand on every assessment and every opinion on every theory on everything that we had talked about here. I stand on every single word, and I gotta say, I could only hope for justice to prevail, whatever that is.
Well, I think that Emily on the date or the what Good Morning America interview said it best herself. There never will be any injustice.
I mean,
There never will be any
I
justice.
think I think we talk about it. I think we talk about it in this channel plenty times that this case it's a big chance and opportunity that will never get resolved. And or let's say not just not resolved, but also I don't think that they want to share the intricacy of this case. I
Yeah,
think
because there's something political or military or something sensitive behind it. Now, look at how many things go away by him doing this. You have Balance and the other FBI agents whose testimony does not match at all. Boy, what a coincidence. They sure dodge a bullet right there. And then you have, forget Mowry and Payne with all the lies of the PCA, everything adding up to lies, 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 creating these fantastic stories about what the surviving witness said. And that's cool. That flies with your courtroom. That's okay. But this expert Cy Ray is a complete moron and a conspiracy theorist. But this drunken idiot that couldn't call 911 for 8.5 hours is your sole reliable only person that saw the killer witness. That's what you're going to base your case on. And you're going to tell me after all this, now Bryan is going to kowtow to them. What it is, dude, is that she has been defeated, and you were just talking about it, at every turn. When she says the sky is blue, he says it's red. The judge, and then the over and over again he interrupts her. She cannot present a case. She knows that there's no winning here.
he's attacking the confidence of the defense team. That's what he's doing, attacking the confidence of the defense team, so they get thrown off. You know what I mean? And they miss the flow of and the way they work that. But let's take in consideration all this information that you just said, right? Or everything that we have listened about this case since day one.
And Lucy
Can
was
we?
saying earlier, I don't know if she changed her mind, but with that, you have to admit when you have to accept when you know you're fighting a losing battle. So there's the possibility that this is an effort to buy more time because there's actually 2 wins with this plea deal. You get the death penalty off the table, and you buy more time, which I'll give Lucy Morningstar credit that you have time to look into the alternative perpetrators even more.
But then at the same time, how he gonna do that? Because if he signed that plea deal, he cannot have an appeal.
There are possibilities of appeal. From what I understand from Chelsea Whitaker, is that the bar to qualify for them is very high. And you're right. After you've already entered a guilty plea, it's going to be very hard to get anybody else to look at it. They want this thing, Jrod, since the house was demolished and the bodies were burned, they've wanted this thing to go away. They would have loved nothing more than to get a plea deal from day one, put him away, forget about the whole matter. Let's focus on what a beautiful place Idaho is for families and for vacation and to live. It's not this horrible place full of boogeymen monsters.
And,
It's
and
just
that
this one outsider.
Yeah, and I want to get to that, right? Like knowing what we have heard from the beginning of this case and up to the point that we are today, right? Can we say that anyone that actually have paid attention to this case will believe anything the legacy media of the Goncalves family will share to the public? Like, can we say that this information that just came out, it was enough reason for everyone to bug the fuck out? In my opinion, it was like for those that have followed the case, they shouldn't be not surprised of not just the leak, but also hearing something like that. Not surprised, because I mean, at least me, I know that they desperate. I know they will do and say anything to look good in this case, because it
And
looks so bad.
the case, Jrod, was completely falling apart.
Right. And they were supposed to get like the end of the whatever final discovery, because the trial, it was so close, right?
This
Or do you
was the
think do you think the whole continuation for few days was to give prosecution time to execute the discovery?
listen. Here's where Angelette Levy lets me down, because you've got these mainstream media people coming to YouTube like they're just regular people like us, but they're the same people that are smelling their own farts and giving us this crap. And she's trying to sell me on this magic bullet, Indiana Jones pile of gold evidence that they're all of a sudden going to present, that's going to make this guy kowtow to a guilty plea. And so, what it looks like, I think, and this is crazy, is that it could be an Alfred plea. I don't know. They're saying he's going to plead guilty. It could be but here's the thing. That's what the media is saying, dude. There's no reports of how he's going to plead, and nothing's been agreed on yet.
And they confirmed
There's
that Goncalves are the source.
And listen, dude, why does Steve G suddenly think that what the family's opinion are is going to sway anything that the prosecution does or matters to them at all? Even Stacey Chapin said it herself. It is not about the victims. 100%. It's not about the victims. It's about getting a pizza party for the most amount of wins. Thank you for that, Jen at Criminal Confidential. It's about getting the V. They don't care about the other V, the victims.
Yeah, I agree with that though, 100% though. I totally agree with you with that though. So you know what, Kane? I think that tomorrow, I mean today, in few hours, we get the answers that we all be waiting for after this news broke out. Again, I wanna make sure that everyone understand that I do not believe anything that the Goncalves, their lawyer, or legacy media, news media outlets are saying. I do not believe none. I just want to make sure that y'all understand that though, because it's crazy to see the people that jump off the boat. It's crazy to see the people that jump on the boat. It's crazy to see people freaking out and taking victory laps that they might come and bite them in the ass in a few hours. Oh, we're gonna be talking about it tomorrow. I mean today, tomorrow. You know me, 12 a.m. That's how I do it. Midnight true crime. Um, Make sure everybody hit the link. Lucy Morningstar that she put on the chat. Make sure you hit the link. Big shout out. But I want to make sure that everybody, just chillax, just calm down, hold your horses. No way, Jose, relax. Um, Tomorrow is going to be a big day for true crime. It's going to be a big day for the Idaho Bryan Kohberger case. At least tomorrow we get to know things that we don't know yet. If he take a plea, he take a plea. If he don't take a plea, whatever happens, we will be here talking about it. King, hopefully we have you tomorrow here with us so we could chop it down and have a great conversation about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case.
Hey, play the video I just posted there in your present.
Let me see what we got here. Hold on. Ah, that's dope.
Play it again. Play it again. We didn't see your face.
Yo, that's so dope.
I did
Yo,
that for you for Amy Conway's birthday.
bro, listen, send it to me in my email. My email is on the channel description though.
You got it, man. I will.
Yeah, send it to me, bro, because I wanna play that. I wanna play that in key moments of the live stream though. This is so dope right here.
You're doing King Fu.
Yo,
That's King
yo,
Fu.
that's so dope. Dope. Big shout out to Candace Purge. Big shout out to Lucy Lou. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to everyone that has been watching for the past few hours. Thank you so much for everyone to be here. Thank you so much for the support. Moderators, new subscribers, OG subscribers, members, everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. But I want to very in special appreciate Kane, be the
Yep.
Purge, for thank you so much for coming by as
We've
always.
done a lot of these, haven't we, Jrod? We've had a lot of talks, and we've learned a lot. We've come
Yes,
across a lot of things, and even if worst case scenario that this is reality, this is real world, we
right.
have discovered what is really going on, and that, my friend, is the bigger picture. That's the bigger fight, and that's what the purge is going to continue to do. And I think I'm decided to focus on a lot of the cases that have been pushed by the wayside by these lion ass police and coroners, where a woman was chopped into 7 different bags, left on the side of the road, and they said it was natural causes,
Right.
or students drowning in an inch of water. So I'm just gonna keep popping up on their radar and let them know that who they're dealing with, and that we're on to them.
Yeah, and we allowed to have conversation. By the way, big shout out to Twistle Sticks. Big shout out, legend.
Yo, yo.
Yo, dude.
What's up, man? You're gonna be tomorrow in court. Come on, you need to talk to me.
Nah, I wish.
But listen, man. We got the legend. Big shout out. Any hit different where we have to send a shout out to Twistle Sticks. Thank you so much for coming to the panel. I appreciate you, brother. Anything you want to share with the community?
We'll see what happens tomorrow. I don't
You
know.
think he's gonna do an Alfred plea there, Twist?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate for those that don't know what's the awful plea?
Alfred plea is where you declare your innocence, but you accept the responsibility of the sentence.
Oh, that's a no
So,
contest. That like a no contest.
Simon, and so
You're
this
like
way,
saying that you're innocent, but you're not ready for the trial or something like that. So you're like accepting the sentence, but still claiming that you're innocent.
But
I
then
don't
my
know if they'll let him do that.
question is, if, because I know they were talking about the, if he take that plea, he must sign a that he's not going
appeal.
to appeal. And I don't know how that works. Hopefully, we have Speakman Holding tomorrow. That he's a little bit more versed in court. He know more than I do, and for him to explain what the possibilities and whatnot. But I think that if he takes that deal, they're gonna make him sign that he's not be able to appeal. And if that happens, I don't know. I think that might be set in stone and done deal if it's like that though. What y'all feel about it?
There's a few things that you could still have grounds for appeal, but they're harder.
Yeah, they're
But
really hard.
yeah, if he signs that paper, I'm just assuming that he did it.
Yeah, because why would he sign it if he didn't do it? Like, it's no reason for it.
Why would
No,
he
he
sign
doesn't
it?
gain
Period.
anything
I
from
think
signing
there's
that paper.
pressure on him of
You
some
Right.
kind.
Go
don't
ahead.
gain anything.
Maybe they're threatening his family. I don't know, bro. But I mean, it all comes down to this, you guys. 3 years of our lives, here focused on this minute little speck of dust in the greater universe, and it all comes down to tomorrow. This is it.
Ain't that crazy, bro? I mean, cause think about it. Two things that happen before this emergency hearing. Two things that are very, very, very key in this case. Cause just think about where everything was by the time Molly came out with the body cam footage. You just think about where everything was at the time Molly came out. After Molly came out saying what she said, and then now the Goncalves coming with this. Few days later, an emergency hearing that the court established. It was not even requested by the prosecution, not requested by Ann Taylor. It was actually requested by the court. That's telling to me, though.
That's interesting, actually.
That's telling to me because remember, Molly came out saying what she said. That could put this case in predicament. I want people to understand how important is Molly saying what she say on body cam footage. Because if it's true, and indeed Molly's a witness, and she said, I seen Bryan Kohberger, I was parked next to his car, and let's say that was true, this whole case is over.
Yeah, but they've had that evidence for a long time. We just found out, right?
No, but think about it. She's not nowhere to be found on the essentials of the case. PCA, as a witness, as anyone relevant in this case. Again, they're using Dylan Mortensen on everything. But Molly comes out of nowhere saying that instead of Dylan Mortensen, y'all should have used me because I seen Bryan Kohberger. I was parked right there. That's her words out of her mouth. That will put the whole case in predicament because that'll show that they're already looking shady. And how the heck you had a witness that seen physically Bryan Kohberger and recognize and ID Bryan Kohberger's car. Why the heck this information is not just in this investigation, but also in the PCA included with the rest of everything has come out? Have you thought about that?
I mean, it's weird it wasn't included in the PCA if she saw something.
Right. Especially if let's say she ID Bryan Kohberger's car. I think that'll be bombshell information right there.
Yeah, I just
Then
think it would have
now,
been in
go
the
ahead.
PCA if she could do that.
I mean, because think about it. For her to say that she have 100% to 100% identify and know that that's his car, and if she's able and willing to do that, that was supposed to be in the PCA as part of the evidence against Bryan Kohberger. She should be as a greater witness than even Dylan Mortensen, because the information that she's giving you, she's providing as a fact. I've seen Bryan Kohberger. I know it's him for whatever reason, right?
Yeah, but
And
Jrod,
I
I hate to
identify his vehicle at the
I
location,
hate
and I know that in
to
his car, because
shoot down your whole shit
whatever
here.
reason. Go ahead,
Well, we
brother.
don't even know when she got to the house, Joanne. So
Go ahead, Kane. What you gotta say before you interrupt me, brother?
The judge says the only person that saw the killer in the house was Dylan Mortensen. That
Bingo.
is
Thank you.
it.
You know what? That was I appreciate the interruption though. You see, I appreciate those interruptions right there. They worth it. I appreciate that. Can you please repeat what you just said, Kane? I appreciate you, my brother.
You say it, Twiz. I've been dying to hear Twiz's opinion on this. I want to hear more from Twiz, real, if you don't mind, real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
on what?
I asked you last night on the show if what was your reaction. You saw my reaction live. It happened right as I went live, right? So, we didn't get a chance to get you up. Here you are.
Go ahead, Twizzle.
Are you talking about the plea deal?
Just everything in general. I mean, it's a pretty earth-shattering news, right?
Dude, if he signs that plea deal, he did it.
I feel the same way.
There's literally nothing. Like you gain nothing. Like he could be guilty as fuck, right? Like he did it, right? And go to trial and win because the state's case sucks that much dick. If you sign that plea, you did it.
Yeah.
You don't gain anything by signing this. Even if he's guilty, it's stupid.
Yeah, I tell you what, I totally agree. I totally agree with that though. I mean, because again, it's like you say, it's no reason for him to sign it at all whatsoever. You know what I mean? He don't gain nothing out of it. It's just gonna destroy his life. Yeah, we could think about whatever could be done in the future. What your future is like if you sign that you're not gonna appeal, that you give up your right to appeal. Then what
Yeah,
kind of
if you could
legal
go to
loophole?
trial, be found guilty but not get death, and you go to trial and not be found guilty at all, like what you don't gain anything by taking this plea deal.
Yeah, you have many other opportunities to actually have an appeal and whatnot if things goes wrong on a trial or whatnot. I totally agree with you. And again, I think he'll sign his life away if he takes the deal, because what legal loophole will allow him to somehow find a way to fight this case when you already signed, not just that you guilty, you did it, but also you signing your life away and giving you rights of appeal away. I think that'll makes it so much complicated for the guy. And if you ask me, like you say, I agree with you. He did if he do that, and if he does, that'll close the case for me. Listen, even though I say what I say, I might talk a little bit extra. What's my final opinions as assessments about it? But you will not see me talking about the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. I'll move on to the next. You know what I mean? Like it's really like if he signed that shit, like bro, like done deal. Like why, listen, the families are the ones that are called to make sure to protect the rights of their family members, their deceased family members. It shit he's the fan and comes to the worst, and Bryan Kohberger signed off on that shit though, it's done deal. It is done deal. Like it's really no reason for me to talk about it no more. Because again, if the families didn't care, if Brian didn't care about his own life, and nobody gave a fuck. So why should I? I care until is the chance there to get justice. Until what I think that is a chance there to get justice. But after everything is signed up and black and white and data on the data line, man, I'm moving on up to the next. If tomorrow everything hit the fan, I'm having a live stream. I'm gonna have a closure about everything, all my final thoughts and premieres about what I thought it could be. But at the end of the day, that would be tomorrow, like the last Idaho 4 live stream if he signed on the data line. What you think, Kane? What you do?
Oh yeah, I'm just listening to Twiz.
Twist, what you think about it?
I mean, again, if he
Like you,
signs that paper, he's literally saying, "I did it." I'm gonna believe him.
yeah, I ride with you though. I totally agree with that though. Yeah, because I wouldn't see no reason for him to sign that shit. And if he signed that shit, it's a wrap. I feel you. I'm
But
with
you
Yeah.
you,
know,
Twizzle.
Like, I mean, it wasn't too long ago the defense was arguing that he wasn't competent enough to help him with his defense, but he's competent to sign this plea deal if he's innocent.
Right.
You know,
Great point.
they could file uh, something about him not being mentally competent at the moment. Like, if they let him sign this paper, it's because he did it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you though if he does that. And definitely we're gonna be talking about it about that tomorrow. Twizzle, can any closure, any closing that anything y'all wanna share
yeah,
before we
yeah,
leave?
yeah, 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 absolutely. I want to hear more Twiz, but because I've been talking all day and all night about this, and everybody knows my opinion. But let me
Well,
tell
we'll
you
do
what,
it.
it's
We'll do it
interesting.
tomorrow because Jrod's trying to go to sleep. It sounds like.
Well, I just got a quick thing. Yeah, I am too,
No, go
and
ahead. Go ahead. Shoot away. We good. We got time.
I'll wrap it up. But it's interesting that you say that the court called for this hearing, not the defense, not the prosecution. And from
Right.
what I understand, nothing is signed yet. Nothing's agreed upon, even.
Right.
So here's the thing. Here's the tell.
What I heard was that they wouldn't have scheduled the hearing unless it was agreed upon.
That's interesting. Well, the thing is, now I forgot to say. They said that the prosecution has to the end of June, the beginning of July, to make their presentation for a plea deal. That's the deadline. And here, all of a sudden now, a hearing pops up last minute at the 11th hour for a plea deal. So we don't know if this is just the court. Now think about this. What another great way to taint the jury pool by saying that he was going to take a plea deal and plead guilty when they're just all they're actually doing, and the press got it wrong again, but nobody's going to take any accountability. What a better way to taint it than to say he pleaded guilty and then changed his mind at the last minute and doesn't sign it.
Especially if it becomes, especially if it tomorrow becomes that everything was a lie.
Everything's been a lie up to this point. They
I know
show me
about you.
one thing that proves that he did it. Show me one thing.
Right.
And I'll bend over backwards to put him in the firing
Him
squad
saying
chair.
that he did it.
Won't it be
We're
crazy?
hearing that from the court and from the
No,
prosecution
if he
and from
signs
the
that
mainstream
paper, he's
media.
telling you that he did it.
If he
Yeah.
signs it and they come to a plea, correct. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
But up to this point, all we know is what they are telling us. And they have done nothing but manufacture bullshit and lies up to this point. So I'm not going to be like all of a sudden like, oh, Chief Fry's a great guy. Let's give Jeff H the win. Fuck that.
Well, you know I don't want to give Jeff H the win, but if he signs that paper, he's telling you he did it.
I don't think this thing's over by a damn sight, you guys. So we'll see tomorrow. You get some rest, Jrod, and it's nice to have you up here, Twiz. I hope you you do it again somewhere tomorrow. I like your
Hey,
up here.
hey, brothers, I gotta
I'm
say
sure
that
I'll
I
be
appreciate
on
both of
lots
you.
of places all day.
Yeah, I gotta say I
Yeah,
appreciate both of you.
me
Thank
too.
you so much for being here. We're definitely gonna have a great conversation tomorrow about this case. And I think that we have done a great job today in this live stream, giving the people our peace of mind about how we think about this case. Twist, Kane, big shout out, round of applause for you. Thank you for being here.
All right, everybody in the chat, thank you, all my friends there, and
Good night,
I'll look
everybody.
forward to
Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Y'all the best.
later.
Guys, big shout out and a round of applause to Twizzle and Kane. Thank you so much for popping up and show love in the chat and show love in the panel and have a great conversations with us here in this amazing day of true crime. Hopefully everybody had a great live stream. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Please make sure if you find any productivity and any value in the content that we provide here in this channel, please make sure, don't be shy, hit the cash app. We appreciate the love. Thank you for everything, support and loyalty. Thank you so much to the mods. Appreciate y'all. Happy birthday to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Joanne. Big shout out to Kate Flynn. Big shout out to Lucy, Kane, Twizzle, everyone here, all new subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Please make sure you click like, subscribe, and share the content. Hit the cash app, and as always, subscribe to Jrod on Point True Crime. Thank you so much. Let me get to the chat real quick before we go. I want to show the chat some love. Hold on, where we at? We here. Bam. Big shout out to the chat. Y'all the best chat ever. Thank you so much for everything that y'all do from the bottom of my heart. Every single mod, every single subscriber. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here to have great conversations and great topics about true crime. Hopefully tomorrow we get a lot of answers of the unknown, and we definitely gonna be here talking about it in Jrod on Point. Hopefully y'all have fun. And as always, is your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the team to the tango, the gene to the Django, Jrod on Point. And I don't wanna I don't want to leave without telling you, like I always tell you, listen, believe in yourself because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself, take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. And as always, I'm going to leave you with your favorite song, my favorite song. You're so sexy. Happy birthday, Amy Conway. We love you. Big shout out to the Mats. Big shout out to the mods. It hit different. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good day, ladies and gents. Thank you for the love.
Con su man, vamos a misionar. Come over here and let me know your name, boy. Your sexy smile got me checking for your seal. You caught my eyes and I'm seeing if you're single. Do you wanna get to know me? Pero tampoco llegamos al piso. Y sin fantasear, vamos a la estratosfera, a lo espacial. Ponte el cinturón pa' que no te vayas a marear, porque este viaje te va a enamorar. Damn, Papi, nah, it's been on you all night. Yo, baby boo, you know that I got you. You know you are so sexy. Oh, by the way, what's your number? 508, I'll give it away. Oh, for sure.